It is Friday morning. I think it's August 5th. So I think this is my 5th or 6th attempt at making this video. So let's see if I can get this done. Yesterday, kind of reached ahead with the kitchen. It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Doorbell rings, and it was the people that were supposed to come and polish all the concrete. And my contractor was a no-show, but he said, "Oh, I'll be there at noon. They can start." So the polishers come in and they immediately identify problems. They say this whole area here of the floor is not the right finish and it's not going to polish properly. And this, and they said it's actually kind of like an extra layer that's kind of coming up and cracking. That they could actually just almost like pry that up. So the floor is a problem. They said this whole section here is not ready for polishing. And then my cracks that have been really bothering me should have been fixed before polishing. So they said, we're going to start. And then noon, your guy comes in, we'll kind of touch base. We all lost track of time. 2 o'clock comes around, my contractor's a no-show and he's not reachable. So the polishers walked off the job basically and said, we'll have to sort this out and we'll be back. So they cleaned up really well when they left. And I had to love what they did. All the paint has to be redone because they use like an acidic solution and it went all over the place. So they need to do at least one more coat of paint everywhere, which, all the paint has been cleaned in detail, so now they gotta start all over. And it's really, really high up. Like you can't even just say, well, because you can see it's all over my blinds up there, it's up here, so all the work that was done, they've gotta start over. It's so like, what is it, like 10 steps forward, 20 steps back. All the gray around here has to be redone. And then all the big joints that were bothering me, of course, are still obvious. I mean, this is really, I don't know how they can feel that they can deliver the kitchen to me with, like, obviously this was not done in one piece, it was done in several pieces, and they messed it up, and there's like no way that's ever gonna look good. It's always gonna bother me. So I don't know what they're planning on doing with that, but I just don't understand what they're doing. And, if I just were to look at just here, this area here, without looking at the crack, this is exactly what I wanted. It's really beautiful. It's rustic, but it looks rich. It's just, I love the color. Even with, there's like a big crack right there sticking out. It's not a problem. It goes with my aesthetic, what I was looking for. Should be very easy to clean. But even they were polishing with acid, there's still all these paint marks. Big little spot right there. So I was just done dealing with somebody who's overwhelmed and just kind of coming at me in really fast Spanish and just trying, making excuses. So I messaged the owner of the company and I said, this thing is falling apart. I can't believe how much money I've spent for where we are right now because we have to redo all the paint. We probably have to redo the floor. And I said, this is just not working. So he says, I'm on my way with Javier, the contractor, and they came over and they had a look and they brought another guy with them, another concrete guy. So he said, yeah, we gotta redo all the paint. And then they said there's something they can do with the counter, which I still can't figure out what they're thinking they can do with the counter without, completely repouring it. And they're gonna have to do something with the floor. They said they were gonna redo the floor, like they're gonna raise the floor another like half an inch or something. So yeah. So what I said to them, I said, I get the fact that you're overwhelmed. There's been like delays, people have been sick and everything. And I get the fact that I'm a small project because they've even mentioned that they said, we've got these big multi-million peso projects. And I said, I get that. When I started, I said, do you guys have time for a little project? Oh yeah, no problem. And now we're at this situation. So I said to them, if we have to just stop for 2 weeks while you get caught up and you get yourself sorted so that you can come here and focus and actually manage my job, because I think that's the big problem is that it hasn't been any oversight. I have to assume everybody knows what their job is because I don't know what they're doing. Like I'm not a concrete person. So so they said that they were going to be here today with a calendar and a plan, which I don't think is going to happen because why would they keep their word, right? Because they're talking about we're going to be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and get you done. And I said I don't want to hear that and then you're not going to say it. This is like the third time we've had this conversation. I said, next time you contact me, I want it to be like a set schedule. We're on our way. We're going to come and do this. I said, this is what my schedule is like in the next week. Basically, you've got every day I'm available in the mornings. And then, Friday mornings, I'm not here till 11. And I said this, and then I said, I said, I don't think I'm one of those nitpicky clients and I've got unrealistic expectations. And they said, no. The contractor said, I think he said, tú tienes toda la razón. You're 100% correct. He says, he says, like, I dropped the ball. And I think they just needed that moment where I just went up all the way up the chain and just stop and just recoup. So I'm very, very disheartened, especially like I'm just thinking they had to redo all the paint again. Who's going to pay for that? Who knows? I think I might end up having to suck up the paint and then they're going to do the labor probably. I've already spent like almost 75,000 pesos, and I don't feel like I have anything to show for it right now. So I don't even think I'm even angry. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself for just undergoing this summer. I thought, you've got 3 or 4 weeks that are going to be quiet. They'll get the bulk of it done, and then it's not going to be disruptive. And here we are 5 weeks later, and I feel like we're almost like starting from scratch. And it's been harder than I thought, not having the kitchen. I think the big part of it is not having a proper washing station. So I'm almost at the point now where I think if we're going to be another couple of weeks, I'm going to have to get somebody to help me put a tarp across the service corridor so that I can set myself up at a washing station by a tap with a hose, and it'll be a lot easier because I was just like, make a smoothie and then you got to wash the Vitamix in the shower. It doesn't work. And I'm just doing way too much takeout, and it's starting to show, and I'm just not, it's not good. And so I'm very, I'm just disappointed. I got into this. It's the same thing as the other guys, they start gung ho, and then as soon as the feces hit the ventilator, it's just whatever. And I said to the owner, I said, I do not want them rushing in next week and finishing and not having the quality that I'm paying for. Because I said, I went with you guys because I was expecting to have a higher level of quality than I had with the other guy. And right now I'm at the same level of quality, and he would have charged me probably, 2/3 of the price. And then, because like I said, a big thing is right now, I know a big part of the budget is this cabinetry. And I haven't even seen a photo of that cabinetry. So I keep getting told it's done. They just can't bring it in until they're ready to put it in. But like, where is it, right? So I am really, really just so done with this project. It's so unfortunate. And I'm just really sad that I'm probably gonna have to live with the counter the way that it is, with the two big cracks in the front, where before, the setup that I had before, I had the same problem. I had cracks in the tile around there and the water was getting through. So they're gonna have to do something. I don't know, they might have to, and this is gonna sound absolutely bonkers, they might have to make other cracks elsewhere so that they're not so visible, so that they're like part of a pattern. So I don't know, I'm just like really done. And then look at the purple. They had done all the purple last week, and all that's gone. And then I'm out of that purple. So I'm gonna have a plan B for the floor there, because it's not gonna work. So anyway, just a big mess. And the good thing coming out of this is I am renovated out, completely renovated out. And I'm gonna be good for a little bit about not doing anything for a bit, because this is like 2 summers now that I've lost in renovations, which is, I mean, in a way it's kind of good, because it's summer here is nothing to write home about. It's, I'd rather be working, but I'm just, it'll be doing me good. Next couple years, just finish paying off the house and everything, and then I can. What I'm thinking is, for the next time I want to do a renovation, it's not going to be just plan to have a couple of weeks off of work. It's going to be like plan to have 2 or 3 months off of work, so that I can really, like, I'm going to have to just be on top of everything. It's just, I'm going to have to become one of those really nitpicky people who asks for accountability every day and can't trust, people doing their jobs, because I thought they were doing their jobs and they screwed me over. So, all right, I think this might be the version that goes up on YouTube. We shall see. But I got to get to work. It's 11:30. Big work day. I got another 3 or 4 days, and then I can take a few days off. And I'm thinking, if this is stalled, I might just take 3 days next week and go on a little mini break, am thinking get out of the city. So we shall see if that comes to pass or not. I gotta check my schedule. It might do me some good.